Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 8 of season 2 of Battlestar Galactica, and I'm really excited to see where this portion of our season is going to take us, because it definitely felt like we ended a story in the last episode with the two-parter, it being home, because now we're back together and then there's a singular focus between both of those groups, which is getting to Earth. Now, I don't think that we're going to find Earth, get there quickly, that it's going to be smooth, and that we're not going to face some Cylons. I want some new Cylon faces to be revealed. I know that I say that and I might regret it, because it's probably somebody that I know it might hurt, or I might be like, called it. I don't know. But what I am looking forward to is kind of seeing the progression now of Sharon's storyline, especially with Hilo, but because of Gaius. And Gaius knowing that Sharon has a baby now. His fractured brain believes that it's his and Six's baby, not like physically, but like that it is for them. It is the gift from the gods. What is the singular god? Yeah. Gift from a singular god is Sharon and Hilo's baby. They tried to roughly give you an idea of like what Six was. That now we know that it's not a chip and it's not a tumor. Doc Cottle would have solved both of those, and he's a very capable doctor. Which I had always said, kind of like, is his brain just broken? You know, like he's responsible for billions of deaths. I'm sure somehow his brain is trying to like either make it right or complete the job. If he completes the job and he annihilates the human race, then, I mean, I'm sure he'll still feel guilty about that. But it does kind of just solve the issue of anyone finding out that he was responsible for it in the first place. Let's not go in that direction. And then if he is able to stop the Cylons and help the humans get to Earth, I feel like that might be like a redemption in his mind. Now, does anyone ever find out the truth about Gaius and what he did? That I don't know. We could probably go the entire show, and if no one found out, I would almost be okay with it, because they're either at the end they're all gone, or he has redeemed himself mildly, somewhat, I guess. I don't know. I still was like, why is Callie in the brig for shooting Boomer? I get that she killed somebody and that was a prisoner. But I'm also kind of like, just killed a Cylon. I know, it's not right. Murder's murder. And I'm not saying that I was not okay with Boomer being shot and killed. I just was like, okay, I get it. I know why she was in the brig. But boy, did people have an issue with that. Calm down. Easy. Now, Sharon is on Galactica. And, of course, Hilo is going to be protective of Sharon because, one, she be having his baby, but two, he's kind of in love with her. And I don't think we blame him. But that might cause a complication with Chief. Now, there was something so weird that happened to where when Sharon saw Chief, she was like, no, I remember being on Galactica, and I remember this, and I remember that. But like, that Sharon was never on Galactica. So how does she even know? And because previously I've said like, oh, your consciousness is going to meld with all the other consciousnesses. And like, so like all of the other Sharon, Boomer, Valeri, Lieutenant, blah, 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 that they would all have those memories. And I've been told that that's not the way that it works. And obviously that's not the way that it works. From other iterations of like Six and Leoben and Doral, you know, they don't have all the other ones' memories. And I don't know if Sharon had those memories when she was on Caprica. So all I could think of is that somehow she has Boomer's memories? I don't know. She seems like she's a special Cylon anyways, so it wouldn't put past me if she was like able to download something that like, it's not necessarily a direct memory, but like enough to where something feels familiar. I don't know, because she seemed very familiar with Chief, and like her demeanor slightly changed, and you could kind of even see Hilo being a little uncomfortable with it, where she was tender with Chief. I don't want to see him hurt. And I don't want him to be confused about who this is. And I don't want her to be confused about who she is. You are with Hilo and you are having his baby. Leave Chief alone. Let him grieve. Let him get over it. It's not going to be that easy, is it? Nope. But then we had something weird with like Lee and Starbuck. Like that kiss was just like, it's like kissing your brother, right? Like it just doesn't seem like a romantic type of relationship, and it should just remain friends. And I know that like people get overwhelmed. He was really happy to see her, and in that moment, like it just whatever took over, and he wanted to express that he like cared about her, and it just went too far as she's concerned. And like everyone else was like, y'all just see what the CAG did? That's one of his pilots. I don't see that being romantic at all, and I am very much an Anders stan. I want to go back to Caprica, and I want to go find that man, and I want to bring him up to Galactica or Earth. I want Anders and Starbuck to be together, which means a couple things. They probably won't be, or he's a Cylon. Or she's a Cylon and we don't know about it, or like whatever. Like there's going to be some complication because like in my mind, I'm like, why does Starbuck ever get to be happy? She doesn't get to be happy. Starbuck has to be miserable. Like that's just like her lot in life. And that sucks because she did not have a good childhood. We found that out from the farm and kind of a little bit beforehand too, that like she didn't have a good home life. It seemed like she had a loving father or loving-ish father. But then I was like, well, maybe like with her fingers being broken, it was a stepfather. And I know like some people are like, why does it always have to be a man? And it's really because of the relationship that she has with men that leads me to like lean forward into that she's trying to, recapture something or like, like daddy issues, but like doesn't mean that she didn't have an abusive mother. I just haven't seen her interact negatively with women. It seemed like her and Rosalind have like kind of a good relationship, and I hope Rosalind doesn't forget about her talking about survivors on Caprica. And maybe they're like, we have to go back to Caprica and we have to save those people and then take them to Earth. That might be fantastic. I would be very happy with that. I'm in no rush to get to Earth. Mostly because I think that's going to come like in the end of the series. We're not going to see them setting up shop in like Idaho, but I've never seen her have a negative relationship with another female. So I'm not sure. And, maybe we get to explore that after learning all of these things about Starbuck, and like, we'll start to see a little bit more of that behavior, but like her really being, broken about disappointing Commander Adama, and the betrayal she felt about the lie, like to me that screams daddy issues, but like I again don't know until I get more information. Now Birch was named CAG. I'm very happy to have Lee back. I don't know if they get to have the same jobs they did after what went down and what happened. He's the man for the job, so that's just the job he needs to do. If you want to still put him in the brig during his downtime, I guess that's an option, but I feel like those days are done. I hope they're done. And we haven't really touched on anything in Caprica, Cylon wise. Like, we had the farm, we met Simon, we saw a couple sixes and a couple boomers, but like after the scene in the forest where, Doral and Six are talking about, like Sharon and Hilo falling in love, and like it was before Sharon was pregnant or anything like that. Like I don't know what's going on with that. So the only storyline I can possibly think of is either going back to Caprica with the crew that we currently have, or we get a whole separate story with Anders and that crew, which is fine by me. Again, Anders is intriguing to me, and not just because of his cheekbones. It doesn't hurt. But I just really like him as a character, and I'd like to get to know more about him and just like his past, his motivations, just the group that they have together on Caprica. I think that's really important to know them before we invite them onto the Galactica. Trust issues. What do you know? This show? Why would I? Anyway, and then obviously, you know, figure out like whether or not Gaius is just fucking crazy or if he's fracking crazy. There's a difference. I can't tell you what that is, but there's a difference. But guys, I'm super excited to get into this episode. I don't know what to expect, and that's what I love about it. Again, the most unpredictable show that I've ever watched. So with that being said, let's get into it. Oh.
We need some stock footage of raging Marines. Can intercut that with the eyewitness statements.
Stock come in here like that.
What, am I under arrest?
No, ma'am.
And what if I refuse to go?
They'll physically take you.
So is this a social call, or are we on the verge of another coup?
Funny.
Wow.
Just something to break the ice.
Try again.
I've submitted a dozen interview requests, all denied.
Well, that's about to change.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You've been
like, she needs to
lobbying
do
a story on the Galactica for months.
her own
Commander Dalman's
review.
agreed to give you unlimited access to his crew and his ship. Show us what the men and women of Galactica are really like.
Instead of stock footage of Marines probably acting up.
Colonel, it's your wife. Something's wrong.
Something's always wrong with Ellen.
Colonel?
Gods. Oh, I'm so scared.
About what?
From the
Oh,
darkness you must fall.
that is scary. Yeah, is that blood?
What does it mean?
Okay, because like it seemed like Boomer wrote Cylon on her mirror. Is Ellen a Cylon? I get in trouble when I guess things, so I won't. No, but definitely the reporter trying to make a sensationalized massacre piece with stock footage of Marines. That didn't sit well with me. Back up. Good grief.
Put him in a safe place. Hold on to him.
Like historical.
We have about a dozen CO2 scrubbers aboard Galactica. They all work 24 hours a day.
Get a close-up of that, would you, Bill?
Yeah, sure.
But don't worry, I told Ty that you would know Capricorn poetry if it was hot-sodded across your helmet.
Oh, she might.
From the darkness, you must fall. Failed and weak.
See? Suck it, Lee.
Miss you, Mommy. Hey, this is for my buddies on Freighter 212. Yeah, that's for you. Cat!
So you were literally talking out of your ass.
Kinda.
Let's go. Move.
Get out of here, hot dog.
So you must be the reporter we were expecting.
Oh, you didn't have to dress for me.
No, same. That's
Think we've seen all we need to see here?
I want to see more. Got his thigh out? Hell yeah.
Maybe just a basic adjustment. It's a pretty good piece.
What are you doing, Gaius? Get him on camera. The way Gaius is when he thinks no one's looking.
I'm the vice president. She's supposed to be interviewing me, isn't she?
Well, of course she should. Your title alone commands respect.
I'm not going to beg, I tell you that much.
Don't you know who I am? Allow me to introduce myself.
Miss Beers, our next stop is...
No, I'm afraid not. I am very busy. Really,
Playing
really
hard to
busy
get.
at the moment. Snowed under tomorrow. I'm not promising anything, obviously, but I might be able to give you an interview then, if that's what you would like. Carry on.
He's so insecure.
A strange little man.
Yep.
Maybe if your knuckle dragger spent more time on maintenance, less time fracking around.
This knuckle-dragger deceived your ass, sir.
Yeah.
You've been riding my
Don't
goose
even
ass
try to
for
defend
no
yourself.
fracking reason.
Knock it off! What? Hey!
Jeez.
Chief, fix her ship. You, get the hell out of here now. Camera out of my face.
Oh my god, Kat is a brat. Chief physically coming towards her is just... Well, Chief needs to be rewired a little bit. I mean, Chief's head isn't, like, on all the way after the whole Boomer Sharon thing.
Truth is, it was a command frack up the moment Ty put us on that supply ship. Not surprised someone's trying to take out that drunk son of a bitch.
All right, Private, belay that.
Colonel Ty's been threatened.
No, this interview's over. Shut that off.
Wow. I'm surprised somebody actually said something.
I think you need a little R&R.
Mm-hmm.
Take a swim. Get some sleep.
Is Ellen going?
Sure. And,
have a drink.
Stay away from the bar.
He won't.
What's going on?
Everybody out now!
Oh, God. Is it the person who's after Ty?
What's going on?
Main bus is total. Looks like somebody took a hammer to it.
This is blown to transit. Cabot would have vented to space.
Whew. That's a big, hefty swallow I just had. Yikes. Major gulp.
Roslyn wants to placate the fleet. Put the Great Billadama back on his pedestal. Fastest way to do that is by hanging you out to dry.
She's not doing that. I despise Ellen. Oh, what's going on with her? Oh!
Does that help you cope with the stress?
Is Gaeta smoking?
Look, all that I ever wanted was to be an officer on a Battlestar. Just wondering if there's something more.
And what have you discovered?
I hate cigarettes.
Then stop smoking.
Ambrosia's good with a chaser. If you have enough ambrosia,
You get tattooed.
they don't really hurt that much.
Okay. Another set of Gaeta.
Just like to keep it casual, that's all. Please.
Yeah, sure.
Cheers, Colonel. Before we begin,
She didn't drink.
This is a military vessel. We have rumors for every occasion.
Put the glass down. Ugh.
please, Colonel.
Get out of my face!
Oh! Oh.
Did you get that?
Got it.
God.
Someone's a mean drunk.
Yeah.
Speed
What's wrong with you?
205. Keep your power up, Cat. You're dropping below
What's going
glide
on with
slope.
Kat? Is whoever sabotaged Ty's ship the one? Did they sabotage her Viper?
I can't feel it. I can't feel it. When you come back after a successful run, let me tell you, it is better than hitting a jackpot. It's better than sex. I can't do it.
You did it. You did it. You're in. You're in. You're in. You're in. You're in. You're in. At least she's not smeared on the side of Galactica, but Jesus. Yeah, what's wrong with her? What's going on?
Cat! Get out of here! What are these Sims? Please, don't do it, please.
Oh, she did seem like she was a little hyped up in that video. Get out of her face!
Don't you dare touch me!
I'm trying to save your baby. Hold her.
This is a restricted area!
Are people gonna see that? Are they gonna see Boomer, but like, I'm trying to save your baby? That's no good.
That woman looks just like the late Lieutenant Valeri.
The tape, please.
Yep.
You know, after the Gideon, this could turn the entire fleet against you.
In my head, I said spacer, but that's not right. Hopefully that's on that tape. I have a hard time trusting reporters on spaceships. If you've watched The Expanse, you know how I feel.
Shall we shoot this one? Oh, it's probably just a false alarm. Ignore it.
No,
really.
probably
You're
not.
okay.
Belle, you take the
Honestly,
CIC.
you're fine here.
I'm going to take the CIC.
You're safer here.
Go!
Really.
Yeah.
Please, you're as safe as houses down
Guys,
here.
you're not
really.
the big story right now. Incoming Cylon Raider.
Set condition 1 throughout the entire fleet. Have them spool up their FTLs just in case.
Does she know how to get a shot from far away and zoom in? She's like all up in their faces.
Move back, get these holes out of here.
I don't trust any of these ships going out. I don't know if they're all sabotaged or not, or...
Apollo, Tally 2, Cylon Raiders, close formation. Prepare to engage. Weapons hot.
This is so hard to look at. Old camcorders are rough. So we're not going to get to see the spaceship that I normally love getting. We're going to stay in here. The damn video cameras are.
Yeah, flash one. Targeting second Raider.
I want to see. We're taking all my fun away.
Mr. Gaeta, you have the deck.
Yes, sir. Set condition 3 throughout the ship. Repeat, set condition 3.
Does this ever get any easier?
No.
No, ma'am. It gets harder.
Yeah. I am happy to see Gaeta, like, realizing his dream of always being on Galactica and him stepping up to have command of CIC. That's pretty cool for him. Where are you going, Saul?
Ella.
Oh! What?
Go back a bit.
What was that zoom in? Wait, is that the person that's after Ty?
There. I know that book. That's by guitars.
Yep. He's probably upset about the Gideon incident.
What's wrong, Colonel? Need a drink?
Oh.
If that's what this is about, then do it.
I will. I'll do it.
Somebody has to pay for what happened on that ship. I was in command. It's my fault. Come on, son.
Okay.
Gideon was an accident. This is a choice. Colonel, we're all right here.
At least he took accountability for his part in that.
Would you get out of my face?
I mean, I agree.
Don't you have anything to say?
I think it's great. I think she did exactly what we asked her to do. And she put
Shows
a
how
human
hard
face
it is.
on the Guardians of the Fleet.
Yep.
Warts and all.
They're not perfect. Especially you.
Proud of it.
I'd like to see the end.
So would I.
There's something about Sharon. The music with it.
That was shown across their entire fleet.
Their resilience is remarkable.
Where is this?
What are you doing?
They have cut footage? How do they have it? And who's in front here?
I'm still alive. She's still alive. I told you.
And the baby?
It was saved.
Oh, God damn it!
The child's life must be protected at all costs.
Yeah. Truly is a miracle from God.
Well, I didn't like her anyway. Okay, if I'm honest, not one of my favorite episodes. I really don't like the camcorder news reporter. It was actually visually kind of hard for me to watch. Just like my eyes were not happy with it. But yeah, like I wanted to see the stuff that was going on with the Raiders attacking. And I wouldn't mind actually if like they had a whole thing of it being watching everybody else experiencing what they're experiencing while everything is going on outside. But then like shooting the parts where they're filming. I just have to tell you, it's not my favorite thing to watch. But you know, like the reporter I definitely, when she, pulled the tape out of her shirt, I was just like, yeah, I mean, most reporters are going to do that. They're going to find a way to get the truth out there, or the version of the truth that they want to tell. They're gonna try to do whatever they can to have the story that nobody else has. In this case, it is to have the information that nobody else has, and she's a Cylon. I wanted a Cylon reveal, and I got one. Boring. Not boring. That's not fair. I don't particularly care about her as a character. It's only one episode, so wherever that takes us that's where we go. But if I have to see more of the news reporter footage, I'm just not my favorite type of story being told. And now it's funny because it made me think of The Expanse and Monica, and how I didn't really like Monica because she was a nosy reporter and she was all up in people's faces. And then when she appears later on, I was like, okay, she's not that bad. But definitely people getting in people's faces with cameras and asking questions and trying to create situations, like giving Ty the alcohol. Like there was a plan there. Like she wanted to curate a certain type of story. And I know that she was hell-bent on getting the story out there because no one was being held responsible for what happened on the Gideon. But at the same time, I feel like just letting it play out probably would have told that story. Because Ty typically shoots himself in the foot. He just does. His mouth gets him into trouble. There being a secondary story where, the people that went on that mission, definitely when you kill somebody who's innocent, and I would imagine that that's extremely hard to live with. I think taking a life period would it would weigh very heavily on me, whether I thought that they deserved it or not. I don't think taking a life is an easy thing to do. And especially that situation. And I don't know how you reconcile it. And you saw Kat trying to deal with the burdens of always having to be on and ready to go, and there's no breaks and there's no timeouts, and it's just go, go, go. And her, leaning into doing the stim tabs to kind of keep herself awake, keep herself sharp, probably keep her a little bit happy, and they said, well, why didn't you seek help for that? And she's like, we're all in the same hole. And it's true. There's not a fleet of psychologists that made it out that are like, okay, if everyone wants to talk about their problems, we're here. Because then who do those psychologists even talk to about their problems? But they don't have anywhere to go to deal with the mental load of being a soldier. As somebody who works very closely with a lot of VA members that are 100% disabled, I'll tell you, the majority of those people, yes, they might have experienced something physical when they are on the front line or wherever they had been. Some of them were, Iraq war, Afghanistan war, some were Vietnam. I've seen several different types of veteran, and I will tell you the one thing that is consistent through all, that the biggest part of their disabled label is PTSD and what that does to you and how that can fracture your mind. You see it with Gaius, he is traumatized by what he did, and he has created this person in his head. And you see it in here. And I've seen it with every iteration of every veteran that I've ever seen, whether it's been male or female, young or old, especially the old guys who are not the ones that want to open up and talk about it. And sometimes when they do say something, it is horrifying, and you have to kind of keep a straight face and just kind of talk around it, or, you don't want to lean into it because you don't want to trigger anything for them. And, that's the one thing that, that these people, whether it is real veterans or in this show, that when you don't have somebody to talk about those traumas to and get them out and work through and journal, and just that's why I had such a hard time when Commander Adama said about the Olympic carrier and just when it was destroyed, is that you just have to put it behind you. Like I said, I don't know how you do that. And Rosalind writing it down and her remembering them every single day, you know, like that's her way of dealing with it. But like, I don't know how you can just like close that drawer and move on from it. And like, there's some people who can do that. And I'm sure it manifests in different ways. But definitely like when you have a trauma and you don't know how to deal with it, you try to answer it any way that you can. I thought for sure I was trying to connect Sharon writing Cylon on her mirror with the writing on that mirror. I was like, it's Ellen. She's a Cylon. I don't like her. But yeah, I don't know if she's cool enough to be a Cylon. And that's a really weird thing to say out loud. But you know, the accountability that Colonel Ty had in that moment, saying, yes, I am responsible. Yes, I was the one in charge. Yes, I was the one that sent you there. And again, I don't think Colonel Ty at all values his own life. And in that moment, had he been shot, he probably would have been like, freedom. And that's sad and heartbreaking because obviously you see him dealing with all of his trauma and everything that he's gone through with alcohol. Like I said, like people deal with things in different ways. People like, you know, they sleep around the fleet. There are people that are going to drink. There are people that are going to lean into drugs. There are going to be people that are like Gaeta, which I don't know necessarily if he's been traumatized, but like leaning in and really being just heavily involved with Galactica, you know, which it did sound like he finally tried some ambrosia and then, you know, now he's got a cat tattoo. Oh. Interesting. I just said cat tattoo. I mean, it was very obviously like a tiger, but what if him and Cat are a thing and he got a tattoo because of her? I don't know. I'm now creating lives for these people because I feel really bad when he was talking about how important it was for him to be on Galactica. And then she says like, you know, like the thing about like the mistakes. And I know a lot of people were like, you're so hard on Gaeta. And it's because I was trying to fish out whether or not he was a Cylon, not I wasn't attacking the human. And now I feel bad because, you know, we got a little bit more of the human part of Gaeta and, you know, him being like, kind of like, I don't want to say happy, but like, he's just like, okay, he takes it seriously that they put him in charge of CIC and, you know, like that's big for him. But I do like that they wanted to tell an entire like whole story and not just, this is what happened on the Gideon and this is who's responsible and this is what needs to happen. And I know it kind of tries to take the guilt off of those people for killing and shooting innocent people, but it kind of just gives a more well-rounded photo where you can still be sympathetic to the people that killed innocent people, but that doesn't mean that they get away with it. You know, it's funny because I was just, Callie is going through my mind right now about how like, I'm just like, but she shot a Cylon. But, you know, you still have to pay for those things. And, you know, I don't really like when Commander Adama, you know, is talking about the fact that it's just like we all have to pay for it every single day. And like they're all thinking about it every single day. Like there needs to be like some repercussion for it. And it needs to be Colonel Ty. And I don't know what that is. Because I don't have an answer for it. I don't know what you do when there's only 47,835. I don't know if that is the correct number. I think it might be. But when there's only that many people left in the fleet, and there's only so many people that can do the job, I don't know what the answer is either. It's very nuanced. Now, Gaius, man, did he want to be the center of attention. Like, look, I enjoy Gaius. I enjoy his shenanigans. The thing about him talking about the heroes and like him actually going down to Cobalt, again, it leans into trauma and PTSD and, you know, then he didn't think that was important. And I did when he said it, like when he's just saying like, yeah, they were all heroes. And yeah, we did experience that. And like, it does help shape him. It again gives him a little bit more of a broader spectrum of who he is. Oh, that's showbiz. He just like him lingering around, like kind of like do, and then her being like, Mr. Vice President. And he's like, oh, you must be the reporter. It's like, why else were you just hanging around? He's so transparent. But I do like when she's like, that's a weird little man. And everyone's like, yep. Agreed. But he's our weird little man. And I enjoy him. Now, I want to know what's going on with Sharon and if the baby is okay. I did just have a coworker that had a baby and it was a very harrowing experience. Everyone's fine, but like now, like when I think about stuff like that, like when you're close to somebody who's just went through something that's pretty scary like that, you put yourself in that position and it's just like, oh God, like I don't even know. I don't even know how to, I hope she's okay. I hope the baby's okay. Normally when there's blood, that's like a ruptured placenta. Something might not be good. But I don't know. I hope that the baby's okay. The fact that there was a whole contingent of Cylons watching the deleted footage. Cool. They are very much. Where are they? Like where? What are they on Cloud 9? Like where is their little theater that they're watching this from? And where is Beers like reporting to? Like where are they? So obviously they're in the fleet. And that, let's see, there was Sharon, Doral, Six, and Beers, and I didn't see a Leoben anywhere, or a Simon for that matter. So now we have 6. Wait. 6. Yeah. Just trying to keep track. Everyone was telling me that Sharon didn't say 8 models. She said there's 8 Cylons. So like there could be 8 Sharons. Well, now we know at least 4 are those 4. I don't know if she was including herself. So maybe there's 9 or if there's 8. She said, I made it. I'm alive. Sharon's a conundrum. They didn't know she was still alive. So they can't communicate, but then she said, I'm still alive. She didn't say Sharon, she didn't say Boomer, she didn't say Lieutenant Valeri. She said, I'm still alive. Or I made it. I had to go back and rewatch that. It's a really weird statement. Because I don't think 6 would be like, and I'm still alive, and I'm this, and I don't know. That's a really weird statement. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Yep. I would love to be able to guess what's next. I have no idea. So guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. First of all, how'd you like this episode in general? Like I said, not my favorite. I'd say it's probably my least favorite of all the ones that I have watched. And it's mostly just because of the news reporter aspect through the camera. It's already an old show. And so when you have like an older show that has an even older camcorder footage, it was a little hard to watch, and I didn't particularly like how close to the faces that she was and all that. Just, I don't know, like in general, it really just pulled me out of the show because I was just critiquing everything else. You know, I'm just not like one of those people that's just going to be able to watch it. Like my head's going to float in other places and other directions. I couldn't get my words straight half the time. Like I was like, I can't even think right now. But I'll say not my favorite episode, but we did get some really important moments in it. Lee. I don't have to say anymore. Thirsty little gal reacts again. Yeah, sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, but like in general, like how did you feel about this episode? Because again, not my favorite. Like I don't hate it, and there's very important information. We had a Cylon reveal, those sort of things. But in general, when it aired, how did you feel about it? Because, if the next one does not have any camcorder footage, I will be very happy. But guys, I can't wait to watch the next episode. I will probably be doing that in a couple hours, or maybe at least a day. But in the meantime, I'm excited to get back to another episode. I really am. But hopefully not the same. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.